not following proper safety standards, using PPE incorrectly, not adhering to operational procedures. Ask yourself, guys, how often do you see this going on when working at heights? Let me tell you a story about Moses. And if this could happen to Moses, given all the care that he took, it could also happen to you.
Moses ulokhu umalume wami but ekhaya uyi-breadwinner uyebekenza yonke into because lo msebenzi engisebenzayo mina awunginiki le mali le enza ukuthi sizane ekhaya. So Moses umalume, so uyebeka i-breadwinner ekhaya. Ish kwangiphatha kabi.
On the 29th of August 2009, Moses Kamala was stripping formwork from the 4th floor of a new building. Moses was experienced in formwork. He had just been released from Soccer City, where not only was the formwork very intricate, but was also at a great height. Working at height is extremely dangerous, but Moses knew it well. Every morning before work, Moses took part in toolbox talks on working at height. He'd been employed for 5 years. Although he was just 29 years of age, Moses was known as a cautious man with many years of experience, someone who never took risks.
But on that day, something went terribly wrong.
Instead of hooking up to a safe point, Moses hooked up onto the inside of a cantilever that was being stripped. The very place that he hooked onto was the material that he was stripping.
At around 11:05 a.m., Moses' team worker heard the sound of something falling.
He presumed it was the materials that Moses was stripping. But this was not so. It was Moses. He fell 18 meters from the 4th floor to the upper ground. He fell with his safety harness and the cantilever bracket.
I feel a pain, serious pain. My heart is burning just because I see the distance before he fall down. I try to run, try to help him.
The heart was beating, and you could see even his eyes. He was actually moving his eyes, and he was alive from the time I got there, and he was crying.
Moses was taken to Mill Park Emergency Hospital, where he underwent surgery. Moses died on the operating table. What went wrong? Why did Moses, who had always been cautious, not follow the operational procedures? And why did he not use his PPE correctly? What made Moses make a faulty judgment? We will never know the answer. But what we do know is that one small fatal decision had devastating consequences. It resulted in the death of one of our valued team members.
Because up to now, I'm still missing that guy because he was working with me, was my leading hand, leading my team. And if I leave, tell him to do something, was doing well. If I come back, he find everything is all right.
I'm missing him terribly. Whenever I think about it, whenever somebody mentions Moses, hey, think of crying. I missed him. I'm missing him so much.
Moses still had so much to do. There was so much he was looking forward to. He wasn't ready to go. He thought he'd done everything to secure his safety. And now, he's gone. Moses paid with his life so that we can hear this story. We must learn from this so that his life is not a waste. Let's aspire to zero harm and no more deaths from working at heights. Don't let it ever happen to you or anybody near you, because you can never be too careful. So when you're working at heights, stop, think before you do anything.